This is the briefing from Transport Topics for June 27th. I'm Esmeralda Leon. Brian Work of CloneOps.ai discusses where artificial intelligence agents fit into today's supply chain workflows and what they might mean for the future of trucking operations. Catch the latest Road Signs podcast at ttn.ws/episode 167. Now let's dive into the day's top stories. American Trucking Association's for-hire truck tonnage index for May decreased year-over-year for the first time in 2025. The index was down 1.3% from May 2024, and it was also lower sequentially, but barely, 0.1% below April. However, when not adjusting for seasonality, tonnage increased 2.9% sequentially. ATA, in its report it released this week, also revised its April result to a sequential gain of 0.5% from a loss of 0.3%. ATA chief economist Bob Costello said the industry's, quote, seesaw freight demand pattern is making it difficult to discern any clear trend in the market, end quote. Speaking of freight, U.S. ports saw a slowdown in May, with some of the largest ports experiencing their first year-over-year decrease in months. The Port of Los Angeles processed 5% fewer 20-foot equivalent units during the month following 10 consecutive months of growth. The port concluded that May's drop-off was driven by the impact of tariffs on both imports and exports. Despite the dip for the first 5 months of the year, container traffic rose 4% year-over-year. The Port of Long Beach also reported its first year-over-year decline in months, as volume fell 8.2%. But Port of Long Beach CEO Mario Cordero suggested that recent temporary pauses on tariffs with certain countries could trigger another cargo surge. The facility's container volume for the first 5 months increased 17.2% year-over-year compared with 2024. Tariff negotiations with the Trump administration are running into roadblocks as partners including Japan, India, and the European Union balk at signing deals without knowing how badly they'll be hit by separate levies on exports including chips, drugs, and steel. The Commerce Department is set within weeks to announce the outcomes of its investigations into sectors deemed vital to national security. The probes are widely expected to result in levies applied under the Trade Expansion Act on a range of foreign-made products in those industries. The problem is governments seeking agreements to whittle down country-by-country tariffs that President Donald Trump announced on April 2nd, and then suspended till July 9th. Have no idea where those sectoral levies will land. For many, industry-specific tariffs may be more damaging than the broader levies. That's it for today. Remember, for all the latest trucking and transportation news, go to the experts at ttnews.com.
Spoken Layer.